We got London on the track.
Need 2 votes. With that cool coat. I need 2 votes. I'm the new horse. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hawk. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk. And get back, yours again. Back to back in them Ferraris, we stay horse playing. Run up on us and I'm gon' hack. Harvard student doing my taxes, I got friends. I put rings on them hundreds, I married. You see my money and ice everywhere on them. And we each other cause we don't cherish them. But we don't leak out that info, we can't embarrass them. Can't leave the country, but I got my beef from London. These talk but see me out and ain't on nothing. I'm in the stool, I need to go get the. You got 20s, I got hundreds. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hawk. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk. 200 to Izzy, get my ice here. Plastic, y'all as real as Buzz Lightyear. Say, got that done with the prices. I don't with this for we got. Down to that. They don't take none of the artists, so I'm.
Jay, we know the capabilities of Houston with James Harden, Chris Paul in running the pick and roll and how that affects an opposing team. The Lakers really have to stay locked in, not just physically, but from a mental standpoint.
Most in particular, the bigs do. The bigs are the ones who are communicating to the guards what the scouting report is for that particular P&R. So if you're a big, if you're at the backbone of the defense and the guard is involved in the pick and roll, you have to yell out key words like red, black, blue. These are all key strategies that require maybe a double team going under or going over the top. That's the big's responsibility to communicate to the guard what to do.
Knocked loose. Lays it up and in.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor to Capella. Takes stock of the floor. Capella to Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To James. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Paul. Here's a chance from long range. That no good. Off the mark. To James. Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense. Flushes down the slam. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between 2 players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
To Capella. Nice pass to get things going.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
The assist from number 10.
Nothing going here on that drive. Off the mark. Paul into the front court. Leads 4. Short jumper misses. Gordon with it. Looking to make something happen. To Paul. And the Lakers with the rebound. To James. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
The assist from number 3, Chris Paul.
To Ball. James. Got it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Capella to Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about.
And a put-back slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Down low, Noel. Whoa, what a finish. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Los Angeles, they have it. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. On the drive, it's Paul, but his shot stays out.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First try, no good. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one.
Subbing in for LA.
Harden with the basketball. Up by 3. To Capella. Clint Capella. He's been lights out so far. 5 for 5.
Old school equals high percentage.
A pass taken away by the Rockets. Tucker to Harden. To Paul. Deep left corner. Tucker. That's out. Last touch by Josh Hart. So the Rockets hold on to the basketball. Tucker. Harden. His first effort off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Into the game for the Houston Rockets, number 10, Eric Gordon. Subbing in for the Los Angeles Lakers, number 7, JaVale McGee.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it. Ooh, Chris Paul. Now 4 for 9. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. 1 bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Substitutions, Houston. Into the game for the Los Angeles Lakers. Number
Harden to Paul. Shot from in close, no good. To James. Oh, lots of contact there. Still gets it to go.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Houston with the basketball. Harden. And the rebound taken down by Kuzma. To James. Stuffs it down with authority.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Paul with it up top. Down just a couple. Harden to Paul. Has a look. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Paul. Reset here. Let's see what they do. To Paul. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Chance for Chris Paul. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Baseline drive, but he can't finish. Now Paul with the basketball. Leads a bucket. From the painted area, won't go down. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Jumper's good.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Harden into the front court. Lead is 2. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Harden. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
To Harden. From long range. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Paul. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
LeBron James with the rock. Good look that time, but off the mark. sizing up the defense to Paul. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
To James. Paul across the timeline. Leads 5.
I got ball. I told you the screen was coming. Watch cutter, watch cutter, watch cutter.
Has a chance. Wide open look. Won't go. To Kyle Kuzma. Finish that. Lakers ball. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Fires the 3. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
And the rebound taken down by the Lakers. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. To Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Five on the shot clock. It's Paul for 2. And that's rebounded by Noel. And draws the foul.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Lonzo Ball at the line. Can't connect on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Paul into the front court. Down by 1. To Harden.
Shot up, shot up.
James Harden. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Paul into the front court. Leads 1. Ball. Fires the 3. Second effort. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Here comes the screen. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. So a tight one as we reach the break in a 1-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over.
All right, back to the second half.
A lot of intrigue to come in the second half. A 1-point game as we resume play here in the third quarter. LeBron into the front court. Leads just a point. Here comes the screen. Throws it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Gordon with it. He'll run the offense.
Here we go.
Here comes the screen. Over to the right side. 4-3. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Beyond the arc for three. Man, that was a tough shot.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Gordon with it. The deficit is 6. Capella. Five to shoot. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Off the mark. No good. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in and think you can get more at the rim.
James. Cleans it up. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reaching fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Goes 2 for 2.
You know that's easy. They can't guard you.
Houston takes over. To P.J. Tucker. Won't go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Off the assist.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25+ assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Nerlens Noel. Huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Gordon with it. The margin standing now at 7. To P.J. Tucker.
Watch your hands. That's all on them. I don't know.
Ball. Can't miss those. Tucker. Deep right corner.
Hey, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Trying to cash in and buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
Oh, Lonzo Ball. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Nerlens Noel has got 2 shots coming, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
For the Houston Rockets, number 13, James Harden.
It's James Harden once again to Paul.
I got some for him.
Here comes the screen. Paul matched up with Noel. Rockets with 4 to shoot.
Shot, box out.
Shot won't go. For 3. No good. That's great defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Nerlens Noel swats it. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Subbing in for the Los Angeles Lakers. Number
Harden. Here's CP3. And McGee there for the rebound. Lets it fly from long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Harden with it up top. His guys down by 9. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Paul with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw up and good as he finishes off the 3-point play. The lead is down to 6. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. Harden to Paul. Shot from the lane won't go.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chippy.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Chris Paul trying to cash in on the 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. To Josh Hart. Runner's good there.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Harden to Paul.
Light him up.
Nothing going here on that drive. Paul to Harden. Paul to Harden. Paul buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
And count the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Chance for Paul. He buries it off the step back.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
From the painted area, won't go down. Now Paul with the basketball. His group now down 2. To Harden. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. It stays with Houston. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Hey, that's our game. Let's take it home now. Let's go.
Substitutions, Houston. Entering the game for the Lakers, number 3.
To Paul. Turns and slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. The drive, right to the basket, right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Art can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Rockets have the ball. Can't connect from in close. To Josh Hart. Here's a chance from long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Paul across the timeline. His guys trail now by 4. Short jumper off the mark. No, I missed a short one there. Harden to Paul. The pass taken away by the Lakers. Now ready to shoot at the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Oops, he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. It's Harden, brings the ball up to Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. To Paul, from long range. Can't get the bounce. Has a look. And the rebound taken in by the Rockets. Paul into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. To Harden. Curling inside. And throws it down.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Paul into the front court. Down 5. Harden. Capella down low. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
And stuffs it home.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Count the bucket for 2.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
To Josh Hart. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries the 3. He's too good to leave that open.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
To Harden. Paul. Buries the trifecta.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Nothing going here on that drive. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. Now the Rockets will use a timeout. It's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more chance to stop the clock before the buzzer sounds. Paul. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Now they get the intentional foul. He's going to have to earn it at the line. 2 huge free throws in a one-point game.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. The Lakers get the victory as they just squeak this one out by a point. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a present.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.